Hello to a new episode of Camera Shit, and today we're sliding through the show. When shooting DSLR became popular, shooting with sliders became very popular too, because images with a little motion, they just look better. I used a slider that had a length of, I think, 1 meter, and this was most of the time a little bit awkward, because just imagine you have to walk to a set with your tripod, with your camera, maybe light, and with this 1 meter board. And this was impractical, I think. Then Edelkrone appeared on the market, and they reached it to create a slider that had half the size but did the same range. The problem with it was, I don't know if it's okay to spend 500 to 700 euros for a tool that only makes my camera move from left to right and back. But I found this one here, this slider. It has the same effect, but is much cheaper and very solid work. And what it can do, I will show you now. The slider comes in a small bag, which is nice to have when you're traveling around. But the slider is so compact, you can just put it into almost any bag you can find. The first time I lifted the slider out of the bag, I saw some extra wheel backups and an Allen key. The slider feels pretty solid and not like a cheap copy. It feels like a product. On the bottom we have 2 mounting threads for base plates to mount it on a tripod. You also find these 4 screws with a rubber bottom to put the slider on a table, for example. But in this mode you only get the range you can see here. Once the slider is mounted to a tripod, you can get twice the length. But as you can see here, my tripod head is too wide for the slider, so they collide in the middle of the way. What I use is this thing here I got from an old DSLR rig. With this piece between the tripod head and the slider, everything runs as it should. For sure, you can attach another tripod head to the slider to pan and tilt the camera while sliding. The only con I could find with this one is that you cannot attach any kind of motor or stuff like you can do it on the Edelkrone slider, so you will never do automatic slides with it. But for the price and the quality, this is really a nice, solid product. So, until next time, bye.